पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तम्हदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। कठोपनिषद शांति पाठ। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहि तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहि। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Chapter 2, Section 1, and verse number is 5. imam madhadam veda atmanam jivamantikat ईशानम भूतभव्यस्य न ततो विजुगुप्सते एतद् वैतत्. I chant one more time. य imam madhadam veda atmanam jivamantikat ईशानम भूतभव्यस्य न ततो विजुगुप्सते एतद् वैतत्. See the translation. Translation is like this: he who knows the individual soul, the experiencer of the fruits of action, as Atman always near and the Lord of the past and the future, will not conceal himself from others. This very is that. Now we have reached actually in core teaching of the Kathopanishad. The real teaching of the Kathopanishad. The third wound of Nachiketa was about the self. So now Yamaraj is explaining actually what self is. Mantra number 3. In this mantra, Yamaraj explained that consciousness as experiencer. Experiencer of all objects. The next mantra, number 4, he says same consciousness is experiencer in waking state and the dream state. Now, he's saying etat vaitat. I told you this phrase, this very is that. You would listen again and again. What is this? Etat by this means etat by tat means what? It is like this. If someone is restricted not to have sweet, not to have sweet, for a diabetic patient, so there are so many forms of the sweet, so many forms of the sweet. When that person wants to eat a form of sweet, the friend, the family, the doctor would say, no, this is sweet. You cannot have. Then another form could come, very different. Its color is different. Its shape is different. Very different. And that person wants to eat this sweet. Again, the friend, family, doctor would say, no, this is also sweet. This is also sweet. Etat baitat. Shape, form, color could be different. But you know the essence of sweet. So you can understand, you can realize this is sweet. Same, Yamaraj knows what consciousness is. And how can you understand, how can you realize before enter today's talk? I would like to give you a concept. And you know that concept about the consciousness because you studied Tattvabodha, we studied Panchadasi, Vivek Chudamani. So you know, I just remind you. Then you can understand this concept very easily. Otherwise, it is very difficult, almost not possible. So I would like to give an idea what is Yamaraj trying to say. See, it is like this. There is a sun in the sky. Original sun. Then sun reflects in a mirror, sun reflects in the water, and sun can reflect everywhere. So one sun is in the sky. Another sun is reflected sun in so many things. Suppose there is raindrops, dewdrops, and sun reflects and every dewdrop. Sun is one in the sky. But in the earth, because of there are so many unlimited dewdrops, and every dewdrop can reflect the sun. So you can imagine, you can think how many reflections are in dewdrops. But sun is one. This is an example. Now the story is, the consciousness is one. You can say the consciousness, pure consciousness, the Brahman, one. And that consciousness reflects in Maya. You can say Maya. Another word I can use, the Prakriti. So Prakriti has nature to reflect sun, like water has nature to reflect sun. So listen very carefully. Same, the Prakriti has a nature, the quality, who can reflect sun. So sun, the consciousness is reflecting in the Prakriti. And what is Prakriti? You know, the Prakriti has three things: Sat, Rajas, and Tamas. So when there is pure Prakriti and their reflection of the sun, God consciousness, you can call it Ishvara. And same consciousness, when it reflects in avidya, avidya means there is a rajoguna. Rajoguna, you know rajoguna? In rajoguna, something you know and something not. Partially you know. So rajoguna means partially you know. You are not 100% ignorant. 100% you are not the knowledgeable. This is the problem with the human beings. This is the problem. There is no 100% ignorance, no 100% knowledge. So this Rajogun, when it predominant, is in Prakriti, then you can say this is Jiva. So one consciousness, when it reflects in the Maya, we call it Ishwar, and same consciousness, when it reflects in the Avidya, we call it Jiva. Okay? Now see. Now there are three levels. Three levels. One is the gross level. Another is subtle level. And third one is the causal level. Now I simplify it. Gross body, subtle body, and causal body. So this body is gross body. In the dream, we create subtle body. In the deep sleep, there is no body. But you are there. You are there, no body. So see, when you are in the deep sleep, this individual soul gets a name, and the name is Pragya. I am just reminding you. Then you can understand this concept. We call it Pragya. When the consciousness is residing in this body and you are in deep sleep, that time, that reflected consciousness, we call it Pragya. When you are in dreaming, you are dreaming. You are consciousness. And that time, that consciousness will get another name. We call it Tejas. When we come in gross level and waking state, in this time, the same consciousness will get another label and you call it Vishwa. Okay? So this is a story for individual soul. Same story is with the God. When God is reflected in the Maya, Maya the cause, then we call it Ishvara. Ishvara. Remember the technical word. When the same consciousness, it is actually universal consciousness. I mean, my body, there is a consciousness. This is not universal. This is within my body. But now God is, Ishwar is universal consciousness, collective consciousness, but not pure consciousness. Remember, it is also reflected. It is also reflected. It is not pure consciousness. When it is in subtle, then we call it Hiranyagarbha. You can call it Brahma. When this is the world, we have gross body, this is our gross body, and the entire universe is gross body for God. So God has this entire universe is gross body for the God. So now see, what happened? Same consciousness now is in 6 forms. 3 within the body and 3 without the body. 3 within the body means in individual soul, you can say Jivatma. So Jivatma have 3 forms, 3 names. Pragya, Tejas and Vishwa. And universal consciousness, this is also you can label with 3 names. Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha and Virat. So these are 6 things. But ultimately, these are just name, but consciousness is the same. This is a entire idea which we are going to study. This is the entire idea. So don't forget this. Then you can understand the concept of Yamraj. Yamraj would say again and again, this is that, this is that. Nachketa, remember, this is that. Do not miss it. If this is in within body, in deep sleep, yes, this is same thing. If this is within body in the dreaming state, no miss. This is also same thing in waking state. And in collective consciousness, same thing everywhere. This is the whole idea in this few mantras. So now, see, Ya imam madhadam veda atmanam jiva antika. Now you can understand. He says, idam madhadam, idam in this body, within the body, there is a consciousness. And that consciousness feels I am the doer and I am the experiencer. When that consciousness identifies itself with the sense organs, it becomes experiencer. Same consciousness identify itself with the action of organ of action, it becomes the creator, doer. When same consciousness identify itself with the mind, it becomes a thinker. So that consciousness, madhvadam, I told you madhu. Madhu means honey. Honey means attractive, sweet. I want it. Everyone wants what? Result, and result of their karmas. I want result of my actions. I worked entire month. End of the month, I want salary. I did this much, so I want. So it is like madhu. It is so sweet. Everyone wants, and we fight. This is my right. This is my right because I worked for this. So I must get it. So this is madhu, madhvadam. So within the body, there is a consciousness. It is experiencer. That consciousness always is wanting for result. Madhvadam. And Atmanam. So Yamaraj says, Nachiketa, you must know this Atman very closely. Very closely means what? Anthikam. Very closely, very nearly. very nearly. So there is some distance. So there is some distance. You have to destroy this distance. What is the distance between you and the consciousness? What is the distance? Distance means this consciousness is mix up. This is mixing. This is mixed with the body. This is mixed with the mind, sense organs, everything. So just Jivantikam, see clearly, understand, yes, this is the Jivatma, this is the Atma. Isanam Bhuta Bhavyasya. Another definition for that consciousness which is residing in the body, Ishana, the ruler, the controller. And it controls from the inside. It controls. You can see outside there are controller, like a king. King is a controller. King makes rule. If you want to live my country, you have to follow these rules. No question. So one ruler is the king. Another ruler is your friends. Your friends. They will rule you, not directly. They would give you suggestion. You do this. You do this. They're the better idea. So society, friends, indirectly, by giving ideas, suggestions, they try to rule you. Another ruler is your spouse, your wife, your husband. They will rule with love. They will rule. And you can, sometime you follow and sometime you not. But your inner consciousness is ruler from the inside. You cannot escape. He would say, this is voice from my heart. My heart is saying, I will listen my heart. I will not disobey my heart. This is your consciousness, which is ruler from inside, and it was ruler. It would be in future ruler, and in present, this is ruling us. Yamraj says, Nachiketa, if you know that self, then there is nothing to do for security. We want to secure ourselves. See, the word is ourself. We want to secure ourselves because we do not know what myself is. So that is why I try to secure myself, because I do not have any idea about myself. If you have idea, then insecurity, feeling of insecurity will disappear. Tato na vijigupsate. Now Yamraj says, this is that. Nachiketa, this is the self. Now next mantra. या पूर्वं तपसो जातमध्या पूर्वम् अजायत गुहां प्रविश्य तिष्ठन्तं यो भूतुर्विपश्यतः एतद् वै तत्. I repeat one more time. या पूर्वं तपसो जातमध्या पूर्वम् अजायत गुहां प्रविश्य तिष्ठन्तं यो भूतेभिर्व्यपश्यत Etat Vaitata. See the translation. He verily knows Brahman, who knows the firstborn of offspring of austerity, created prior to the water and dwelling with the elements in cave of the heart. This very is that. Same idea. Yamaraj is taking next level. He gives your name Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha. I told you Hiranyagarbha. In another name, to make it simplify, you can say the Brahma. And Brahma is creator. Brahma is creator. And this is the creation. So creator is before the creation. This is the rule. Creator must be before creating. So this is the creation. Adhyaha. Adhya means the entire five elements. The sky, the air, the fire, water, earth. These are five great elements. But before them, creator should be there. So Brahma is the creator. Purvam ajayata. So creator was first. Then creation comes. So Brahma is the, so I told you the concept of Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha. This subtle form of the God. So this world is gross form of the God. Remember. But the Brahma, the Hiranyagarbha, is a subtle form, like in dream state. I will explain it like this. In dream state, when we are dreaming, and there you take another body. If you are dreaming and you are visiting Kailash Mansarovar, you are sleeping in your room is locked, and you have knee pain, you have breathing problems. There are so many problems in this body. But you went in dream in Kailash Mansarovar, even Mount Everest. You are in Mount Everest. No ticket is required. Flight is not needed. No pain. Nothing is there. Body is very fresh. No any problem. No asthma. No breathing problem. And we are jumping. We are enjoying the mountain Everest. This body is your subtle body. Very fresh body. Your gross body is in a bed. But one body is in Mount Kailash, Mount Everest, without any pain, any disease. You are enjoying. Same, so this is subtle body. Same in the cosmic form, the God has subtle body. And that subtle body you can the Brahma, Hiranyagarbha, and that is residing Guham Pravishtaha. Guham. Guham is cave. Cave. What kind cave? Cave of your ignorance. So you have to discover, you have to remove yo bhute bhya vipasyataha etat vaitat. This is that. Nachketa, this, that. Now next mantra. Ya pranena sambhavati aditira devatamai guham pravisya tishtanti yam bhute abhivyajayata etat vaitat. I repeat one more time. या प्राणेन संभवति अदितिर्देवतामयी गुहां प्रविश्य तिष्ठन्तिं या भूते अभिजायत एतद् वै तत्. Because these two mantras are connected, so I took another one. See the meaning. He verily knows Brahman who knows Aditi, the soul of all deities, who was born in the form of prana, who was created with the elements, and who, entering into the heart, abide therein. This barely is that. Now, ya pranena sambhavati. So, same chapter. Cosmic consciousness. One consciousness is residing in your body. This consciousness is the same. Here, Yamaraj is talking about the cosmic consciousness, universal consciousness, which is beyond the body. And that consciousness also has body. So entire cosmos, entire universe is the body for that consciousness. Ya prana sambhavati aditir devata mai. Very actually technical word. One word is Aditi, another word is Devatamai. When Aditi, you listen Aditi, immediately you think Aditi means the mother of the Devas. No. Here it's different meaning. What is the meaning? In this body, we have sense organs like eyes, ears, nose. We call it the part of the body. Sense organ. Organs, they are for sense. Organ for action. So in this body, we have lots of organs. Inside, outside. So this body is with the so many organs. Our senses are the part of this body. And we call this sense organs. Ability to see, we call it eye. Ability to hear, we call it ear. Ability to touch, we call it skin. Ability to smell, we call nose and taste. This capacity, this ability, we give names like sense organs. But same idea, same thing is happening with the cosmic consciousness. God is also watching. God is also hearing. When you pray in the temple or anywhere, wherever you pray, that is temple. Temple means wherever you pray. That is the definition of temple. So wherever. So God will listen. God will listen. For listening ability, God has. But you cannot say God has sense organs. We cannot say God has sense organs. Because if there is organ, there must be a limited body. Every body is limited. There is no any body unlimited. So we call it Devata. Not sense organs. Sarva Devatamayi. So ability in the God for hearing, for watching, for tasting, you cannot say these are sense organs for the God. You would say this is Devata. Devata. Divine powers. They can work from anywhere. They can, divine power, they don't have any limit. They can work in any condition from anywhere. So God can listen anywhere. This is the difference between us and the God. We can listen any sound. It should be appropriate. We can see any object. There are some conditions. Distance is a condition, light is a condition, size is a condition. But for God, there is no any condition. So God can listen from anywhere, anything. Devatamai ya pranena. And that consciousness is prana. Prana means the power. Power. Energy of the world. Energy of the universe. Ya pranena sambhavati aditi devatamai. So this is the form of the Hiranyagarbha. Guham pravishya tishtanti, and that consciousness is residing in the guha. Same thing which was narrated in previous mantra. So guha means it is a mix-up with everything. There is gross, there is a subtle, permanent, impermanent, inert, sentient. Everything is mixed. This is the guha. It is in front of you, but you are not aware. Like in mud, there is a diamond. Diamond is covered with mud. You are watching partially diamond. You are watching the shape of the diamond in mud, but you are not fully aware this is the diamond. So you have to remove the mud. Then you can see the shine of the diamond. Yamaraj says, Nachiketa, this is the guha. And you have to discover. Etat baitat. Nachiketa, you will see, this is that. You were asking about this is that. So that consciousness residing inside and same consciousness residing in the home of the Hiranyagarbha Brahma. Now next. Arannyo Nita Jataveda Garva Eva Subhrito Garbini Bhihi Dive Diva Idyoho Jagrit Bhihi Havis Bhihi Manushe Bhiragni Etat Baitat. I repeat again. Aranyo Nihita Jata Veda Garva Iva Tumbrito Garbini Bhihi Dive Diva Idyo Jagrit Bhi Havismad Bhi Manushe Bhi Ragni Etat Vaitata. Very different. Words are very different. Meanings are very different. See the meaning. Agni hidden in the two fire sticks and well guarded like a child in a womb by the mother is worshipped day after day by men who are awake and by those who offer oblation in the sacrifice. This very is that. Now, Yamaraj is giving two examples to make it easier. Two examples. One example is Jata Veda. Jata Veda means the fire. Fire. In previous time, ancient time, when the rishis used to do the yajna, they generate fire through two sticks. Two sticks. And they call it fire stick. Today we have matchbox, we have lighter, very easier to generate fire. But especially in sacrifice for Havan, they need pure fire. Pure fire. Unpolluted. Untouched. So they had prakriya, a method. They would take two sticks and they rub with each other a long time. Slowly, 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 the sparking happens. And after sparking, the fire generates. That fire they would use for Havan. This was a procedure, and that time they call it Jata Veda. So that fire is also like one example. Another example is Garbha iva subhrito garbhidivi, like mother takes care of her child which is in womb. He is very, very aware. She is very aware, very careful about. These are two examples. Jat Veda is a fire which is not visible. If you touch the sticks, there is no fire, no burning, no heat. No heat. Like in matchbox, if you touch the matchbox, no heat. But fire is there. If you touch the fire stick, no heat, no fire. They are cold. But there is fire, but it is hidden. You have to discover it. You have to generate it. You have to produce it with method. This is in front of you. But it is not visible. It is not available. If you know the method, if you have patience, if you have time, dedication, and rub it, and you would see fire is there. Nachiketa, that consciousness is everywhere. Everywhere. You are not able to see, it doesn't mean there is no consciousness. You try with method, systematically. Another example is giving like a mother. The child is in womb, but it is not visible. But be careful. Like mother takes care of her child, same, you take care of your knowledge. You take care of your understanding. Very carefully. Protect your knowledge. Protect your understanding. So, Deve Diva Idyo Jagrit Bhihi in waking state. Your knowledge. So awake for the self, O Nachketa, Manushya bhi agni, etat vaitat, this is that, this is that. Now, last one for today. यतश्चोदेति सूर्यम अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति तम देवा सर्वे अर्पितास्तदु नात्येति कश्चन एतद् वैतत्. I repeat again. यतश्च उदेति सूर्यो अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति तम देवा सर्वे अर्पिताः तदु नात्येति कश्चन एतद् वैतत्. एतद् वैतत्. Translation would be, where the sun rises and whither it goes to set, in whom all the devas are contented and whom none can ever pass beyond, this verily is that. Still, the idea about six kind consciousness, Yamaraj explained. So no matter that consciousness is in dream, in waking state, in deep sleep, in samadhi, you must recognize, yes, this is the self. Same, if that consciousness is in form of the Ishvara, form of the Hiranyagarbha, and form of the world, this world is also the body of the God, gross body. So do not be confused. Do not be confused. If you are watching the world, looking at the world, you should be very clear. Yes, this is the consciousness in form of the gross. Remember, this Himalaya is consciousness, but it is a gross form of the consciousness. Gross. So there could be the subtle form of the God, the gross form of the God, and pure form of the God. But your vision should be clear. Etat vaitat, etat vaitat, etat vaitat. Inside and outside, both sides, both places, you must understand, you must recognize, yes, this is the consciousness. This is the consciousness. That is why Yamaraj is giving so many examples. It should be very clear, yes, this is the consciousness. In body, yes, this is consciousness. In deep sleep and dreaming state, yes, this is consciousness is watching. In deep sleep, in samadhi, in waking state, everywhere, consciousness is the same. And outside the body, same consciousness, same consciousness. Etat vaitat, etat vaitat. Now, next point Yamaraj is making here. Yatascha udeti suryoho. This is center point. Yata from where? Sun is taking place. Sun is rising. From where? You would say sun is rising from the east in the space. Yamaraj would say no. Sun is rising from the consciousness. Consciousness. Consciousness, the cause, the source. Sun has no power to rise. Sun is there because of consciousness. Yatascha udeti suryaha. Surya, the sun is rising. Sun exists. It means that sun is here because of that consciousness. The existence of sun is not separate from the consciousness. This is the idea, original idea. Yamraj wants to make this point. Sun is not different from the consciousness. Yatasya udeti astam, setting down. Finished. Where? And same consciousness. So same consciousness is the cause for the sun, and same consciousness is the cause for the destroy of the sun. Yatra gacchati tam deva sarve arpitaha. Very beautifully, Yamaraj is describing here, very beautifully. He says, sarve deva. Deva, I told you, in your body, sense organs are deva. Your sense organs are deva. Deva, they are giving something to you. Deva means the giver. They are giving. The eye is giving something to you. Ears are providing something to you. Nose, ear, they are deva. But giving whom? They are working continuously for what? For whom? Eye is watching for whom? Ears are hearing for whom? Yavraj says, for you. Tam deva arpita sarve. In individual level, your sense organs are working for whom? Find out the answer. This is in an individual level, and same question you can ask. The Indra is working. Varun is working. Kuber, Yam, Yaksh, all gods are working. For whom? Who is the controller? Sarve deva arpitaha. Arpita, dedicated. All gods are surrendered to him. Knowingly, unknowingly, every cell of your body is working for you. Heart is throbbing. Kidney is working. Intestine. Every part of the body, every cell of the body is working for whom? Only for that. Same outside the body, the sun is working. The moon, the stars, all principle like gravity, everything is working. Continuously working without any vacation. They cannot take any vacation. Sun cannot take vacation. Oxygen can think if oxygen take vacation, then what will happen? They are working. Sarve deva, tam deva sarve arpitaha. All gods are working dedicatedly, continuously for whom? Yamaraj says, that is, and Nachiketa, see, nateti kasyan. No one can disobey. No one can disobey. No matter how powerful someone is. How powerful. See, if someone is very powerful, like king, very powerful, the boss of the universe. But if that boss of the universe want to see through the nose, is it possible? No. If you want to see, you have to use your eye. No one can see without eye. because this is the order of the God. So no one can disobey to him. Na teti kastan. Yamaraj says, Nachiketa, see, that is, you were asking. No one can disobey. So all gods in the body, out of the body. Every universal power is obeying that consciousness, and that is this. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashikritau Vande Bhagavantau Puna Punaha Isharo Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tam Devamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshura Saranamaham Prabhade. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.